Hi everybody. So today's post is going to look a little bit different. I wanted to first thank everybody for all the love and support that I've been receiving, particularly this past week. Being a finalist in the DDP Positively Unstoppable Challenge this year has been very surreal, but an amazing experience. I'm incredibly grateful for all of the support that I've received. So today I wanted to do some kind of FAQs. I get a lot of DMs about, kind of what I'm doing for my weight loss, how I'm keeping myself well, bunch of questions that I get a lot. And so I'd like to create a quick little FAQ so I can cover some of the basics and then happily share this pretty much with anyone who is curious. I will say that all the things I'm about to share work for me, but they might not work for you. It's been years of trial and error to find out the balance for myself. Full disclosure as well, I have several autoimmune disorders, being debilitating joint conditions, issues with circulation, fatigue, all sorts of things. I also have a binge eating disorder, so those things also have to balance in with how I manage to do all of what I do for my health and fitness. So the first question I get a lot is, how long am I doing it? When did I start? What's going on? So I started DDP in 2016, and so I've been doing it on and off for the last few years. But in 2019, I really decided to commit to it and did the 2019 Positively Unstoppable contest. I obviously didn't win that, but I wasn't in it for the win. I really just wanted it to motivate me. I lost about 30 pounds in that challenge, I think. And so when it came back again this year, I just wanted some sort of motivator. So that's what I did. And so I tried to now do DDP very consistently. So that's one of my biggest questions as well, is what I do for workouts. So I do DDP at minimum 4 times a week, but usually much more than that. I do have minimum levels that I set for myself. So I do, shout out to the Sham Fam. I do Travis Mahaffey's live workouts, usually about 3-4 times a week. I do the videos on the app. I did start with the DVDs back in 2016, but moved over to the app. It's more interactive. It's got more workouts. I've also just started using the jack bands and doing the jack workouts as well. So I'm starting to track that. And then because of DDP, I'm also able to now run. Running was something that I literally could never do before. It hurt my joints too bad. I just couldn't get it going. But about April, May, I started running. I'm in love with it now. I'm one of those crazy people that does love to run. So I run now at least 3 times a week. And so I combo my workouts. So sometimes I'll do 2 a days. So maybe I'll run in the morning and then I'll do DDP in the evening. This is working over many years though. I literally started at the most basic you could, doing maybe 2 or 3 workouts on the mat a week, doing, dime a dozen, energy, some really low impact workouts that got me going. I don't want you to feel like you got to dive in that deep end. What I do now is a much higher scale than what I could do years ago. So really make that level work for you and find out what you're comfortable with. Attached to the workouts is a lot of people ask me where I get my fitness clothes. So I'm not sponsored by anyone, although I always will take a sponsor. But what I actually love is Target's Joy Lab. I use those for the sports bras. They're very breathable. They're really comfortable. Nothing's pinging, pulling. There's another, I think it's like with a generic Target brand. I have a couple of their leggings as well that I really enjoy for running. And then the shorts that you'll see, I have like a lot of fun design shorts. Those are Girl, GRRRL. They are amazing. They're for pretty much any size, and they also have a lot of give to them. I love shorts with pockets. So I have those. And then I also order off Amazon. I can provide links if anyone wants them. My other big question I get is, how do I eat? So like I said before, I have my autoimmune issues, so I try not to eat anything with inflammatory. So I'm anti-inflammatory, as well as with my binge eating, I got to avoid trigger foods. So typically what I do is I'm an intermittent faster. So again, this works for me. This might not work for you, but I only eat one big meal a day. So I eat, meats and veggies. I eat for drinks, it's water, maybe a cup of tea in the morning or the evening, sometimes coffee, not really a big coffee drinker. And then every once in a while, maybe a Coke Zero, but like nothing with calories in it. I think for me, like that liquid is like calories kind of a waste, so I try not to have it. And so then, meat is usually chicken or fish or some sort of thing like that. I try not to do too much red meat. And then like always as many veggies as I want, but again, I'm trying to keep it in that evening meal. I have cut out gluten and sugar and dairy for the most part. They sneak those things into things. You gotta be careful. You gotta really look for that. But again, those all go back to the inflammatory stuff. So I really try to keep that out of my diet. So that's pretty basic. I'm happy to answer any more questions about that. And then finally, the other question I get is, how do I keep going? I've talked about this before, but you need to find your why. Why are you doing this? Because that's the core of this. That's what's going to keep you going. My why was I hit 299 pounds and I couldn't see that scale hit 300. I was starting to really see signs of how bad that weight was affecting my ability to do things. I just looked I was heading into my 30s at the time. I didn't want to live the rest of my life like this. I was depressed. I felt awful all the time. And then adding the autoimmune stuff in, having flare-ups, I couldn't function. So why do I do this? I do this to live. I do this to survive. I do this so that I can be there for my partner, my family, my friends, my cat, who's literally zooming around the background, as you can see. But I do it for all of them, but primarily I do it for me. You have to be able to do this thing for yourself and hold yourself accountable, because no one else is going to be out there literally checking in with you every minute to say, should you be eating that? Or have you gotten on the mat? I really can't express to you how much it's on you first, and then build your community. Because I can't do this alone, right? I tried doing this alone. Sometimes it works for people, but having those other community members has been huge too. If you're not on the DDP Yoga One Word Facebook group, I can't recommend it enough. I wouldn't have met people any other way. And so to connect with everyone, to connect with all of the instructors, the community members has been huge. They keep me going. I talk to many of these people daily. And then the other winners of the contest, I talk to them every day now. Build that community when you can. Try your best. It's hard to meet people. I am not. I say I'm an introverted extrovert, which means I have a limited range an extroverted introvert. I have a limited range of I am social until I'm not. And so it's hard sometimes to connect, but keep trying. I know that was a lot. This is a longer video than I intended. I tried to keep it as tight as I could, but if you have questions or you want to ask anything more, please, put it in the comments. I'm happy to continue to share my journey. But again, find what works for you. You might try what I do and it's horrible. You hate it. Fine. Find something else. Try. Keep trying. Remember your why. Remember that you are so worth this. It is incredibly worth your life to do this. Thank you.